This is the 12-week year challenge, week 4. I'm just starting to get back into the swing of things. I think I got COVID down. Um, and I want to share with you 3 lessons that I've learned from this week, week 4. So, for the uninitiated, this is the 12-week year challenge. Every single week, the goal has been to fill out some forms, right? I want to have 100 grants, and those 100 grants should equal 20 million, and we should get 2 million out of those grants. But what I'm discovering is that this is going to be a process. So here we go. Let's talk about the good. The good is in previous weeks, I filled out one on week one, two in week two, three in week three, and week 4, we got 4 grants done. Woo! Yeah, we're doing big things. So I was really excited about the fact that in week 4, actually got 4 grants done. Um, One of the key things was just making sure that we had templates, right? And that those templates sort of represented, to the best of my ability, the answers to the questions. Now, there were custom questions that were asked and everything, but I just did everything that I could to make sure that most of the common questions were already written down. Copy, paste. Now, um, I still have a day job, right? And that day job was made more difficult because I'm focusing on, gosh darn, fundraising via grants. So I was not fundraising in other ways, like meeting people and developing relationships and things of that nature. So that's in the back of my mind as I'm filling all this stuff out. And then, of course, I did about 30 hours this week, and you'll see the vast majority of my time was spent fundraising or following up, usually from fundraising, which would be filling out grants. So I'm becoming like a grant writer, and then I'm coaching, which is my day job on the side. So that's sort of the bad, right? If you're focusing on one thing, you cannot focus on another. I don't care what anybody tells you. This, multitasking and things like that. There's a single task that you can focus on in any given time, and that was the challenge. So I'm focused on fundraising. I'm not focused on my team. I focus on my team. I'm not focused on something else that I have to do administratively. So I feel like coming back from COVID, catching up, everything is really about making sure that I create a schedule that's sustainable. Now, in week 4, did I create that schedule? No. Did I have more time to work? Yes. 30 hours is tremendous. It's amazing. But I really want to spend more time planning, more time executing, and pushing stuff out the door. So, lessons from this week. What I would say for this week in terms of the 3 lessons: one, we are what we focus on. So, if you actually schedule time in your calendar and say, this is the time where I'm going to actually focus on um, writing grants, and you actually do it, it's a tremendous feeling. It reinforces the value of that activity. The only problem is this activity happens to be like planting seeds. Second lesson, um, like I said, if you're focusing on one thing, you're not focusing on the other. So I really want to get back to theming my days where Mondays are my admin day, Tuesdays are a project day, Wednesday is when I do outreach, Thursday is coaching, and Friday is sort of that catch up day and where I do sort of outside things. So we'll see what that looks like in week 5, but that's a huge thing for me. Lesson number 3. Um, I believe that it's really, really important to understand what your long term objective is. Because as I'm filling out these grants, I'm wondering, is this going to pan out? Is this going to be something that even means anything in the long term? And as this is going on in my brain, I don't know whether or not I have the answer. And I know that's affecting the quality of my answers on these grant applications. So next week, we shall see what happens. Do I keep the momentum? Do I lose momentum? Can I work as many hours? Is COVID really over for me? We'll answer all those questions next week in the 12-week year challenge. Let me know how your 12-week year is going and what things you are coming up against.